What up, what up? It is S&S. Talking new coaches for the 2026 season. Coming at you. Sandu and Sheen and Sandu. Back at it for some off-season talk. What is up, Jer? Ready to talk some new NFL coaches?
Yeah, a lot of new coaches going around, and a few of them thought they would never be fired, and just some shock firings, Harbaugh, and different things that just probably shouldn't have happened, but did. But coaches are always lurking, always ready to get their next kick at the can. Guys like McCarthy and. Some fits are good. Some fits I don't necessarily agree with. I think they're necessity hires trying to influence players, but we'll get into that.
Yeah, we'll start it off with the Buffalo Bills and Joe Brady. He's got the promotion from offensive coordinator, obviously, and seems like Buffalo's just trying to keep the apple cart the same and not really put too many wrinkles into the coaching scheme, and I guess they'll be hiring a new DC. But what do you think of this move so far?
Yeah, kind of a player-pleasing move I see here. They just feel like they had to make a move and move on from McDermott and keep Josh Allen happy. He wasn't too happy that McDermott left. I don't know if that was just crocodile tears or not, but they want to win. They're the best in the league, they're favored, they're this, they're that, and just it's always something. It's unfortunate. I really want to see Buffalo or any team win their first Super Bowl. I guess I'll have to wait another season, another Cinderella story.
Yeah, I think they're going to do most of the same thing that they've been doing for the last 7 odd years that they've been contenders here, but I mean, the defense has to improve. I mean, got probably the statistical best quarterback for the last 5 years, and you don't even have one Super Bowl appearance. Like, there's something wrong there. I mean, come on, right? It's like it reminds me a little bit of Peyton Manning in his early years, where he had the offense, he had all the running backs, and the wide receivers were good, and it's just one big play in the playoffs, they lose. So I don't know, maybe Joe Brady can be more of a younger voice. Maybe he can be somebody that gets the troops going. But I just kind of see this as a lateral move. They're trying to keep Josh Allen happy. And Joe Brady, I mean, he's good at what he does. The offense isn't the problem, right? But we'll see what he can come up with in this new season. Wonder who will be favored. I guess Buffalo will be favored to win the division again. I don't think New England has earned enough stripes to be favored, so we'll see what they can do. Let's move on.
Schedule next year, New England. So, if they can still win the division with this Super Bowl, appearance schedule, then they're for real.
Well, yeah, I mean, the way they're winning games, right? I don't think they care too much, but. It's New England, right? No one's liked them for so long, and now they're good again. And it's like, damn, you were supposed to be bad for like 10 years, and now you're good again. It's like, how'd this happen, right? So we'll move on to Cleveland Browns hiring Todd Munkin. Obviously, the Baltimore Ravens OC. I don't know about you, Jared, but I don't really like this move. What are you thinking about this?
No one wanted this job except for Kevin Stefanski. He would have stayed, and they obviously felt like they had to clean house and they have to, fire sale almost. Like, I don't know, obviously they still have Myles Garrett, but it's, I think Munkin was just the only guy that wanted to give it a shot, wanted his shot. And, I can't blame the guy for trying. If he turns around the Cleveland Browns, then he's going to be the man. I don't see it really happening next year. Hey, Watson could come back. Maybe he's got some fire left. I don't know. If he can just stay healthy for one season.
About that.
You never really know. They got some good personnel. They got a great defense, like always. I just don't see it. It's a weak division. Yeah, just
I can see it happening. I mean, like, Stefanski won 2 coaches of the year in Cleveland, right? So it's not like he did it by losing like 15 games a year. So it can be done. Your division isn't that great. Cincinnati's not a world beater. Pittsburgh's not a world beater. And Baltimore just chokes every single season, right? So the door's open, I think. I mean, you just got to get some skilled players, get some good wide receivers in there. I like Quinshon Judkins. Maybe bring in another guy to have a 1-2 punch. I mean, why not? But I don't know if this Todd Munkin guy is the guy for the job. I know there's not much demand for the job, but there's only 32 positions in the NFL. You get a head coaching job. I mean, I guess he's probably not going to get too many offers from other franchises, and I guess he's the best of the worst type thing. But I'd like to see Cleveland.
So I admire him.
I'd like to see Cleveland get some younger. I would like to see them maybe get the Mike LaFleur hire that Arizona got. But we'll move on to that one. Mike LaFleur, Rams OC, moving to Arizona. We got 2 LaFleurs in the coaching ranks. What are you thinking? Is he just going to be another McVay disciple that rips up the league, or is that the script?
Just don't know who their quarterback's going to be. This is the problem. You can coach the world out of a team, and if your quarterback's going to be hurt and 5 foot whatever Kyler Murray is, I'm sure the best backup in the league can come back in, Jacoby Brissett, and maybe light it up again. They got some good personnel on defense and offense. That just, again, call me pessimistic. I just don't see Arizona really getting better anytime soon.
Well, they had a last place finish, right? And, hard to see them turning it around, but it's the NFL. Every year there's 10 teams that go from the bottom and they turn it around, and schedule obviously helps. Arizona will have a last place schedule. I don't think offense is not so much their problem over the years. It's just been defense. And I remember a few years ago they had a really good defense, and I think they won the division with Kyler Murray, a healthy Kyler Murray. Now I don't think Kyler Murray's coming back. I think they're just going to draft someone in the upcoming draft and get out with your boy Jacoby. And they still have some offensive weapons. Probably have to draft a running back. I don't think what's his name, Connor. I don't see he's going to be the bell cow. They have the other guy there, but I don't know. I don't see him as a total one option. But tough division. Good luck to Mike LaFleur, I guess. It's going to be tough, right? You got really, really tough competition, but I mean, it's the name of the game in the NFL. We will move on to the Dolphins. They hired some guy named Jeff Hafley. I don't know much about him, Cher. Packers defensive coordinator. Do you know anything about this guy? I don't know anything.
They looked at the league. They looked at the stats. They're like, hey, like Green Bay's defense is killing it. Like, what are the coaches doing? Like, what are we not doing? And kind of said, okay, like we want to start with a defensive-minded team, and then if you be one of those teams that scores 20, and like Houston, if you can score 20, you win the game. Kind of start there, and then maybe build. Tariq's gone. Tua probably traded. If they're smart, I don't know who's stupid enough to take Tua, but a lot of quarterback needy teams out there.
Good backup.
So it could happen. I
could see him being a backup, right?
I
mean, look at what happened to Sam Darnold, right? Sam Darnold was a starter for many years, and he became a backup, and then now he's rejuvenated, so it can happen.
No, for sure. And if Dolphins ownership gives this guy, 5 years to kind of get things right the ship, get at least 5 solid draft picks, you never know. But if he doesn't get at least that, I don't really see much good happening. I think the Dolphins are going to take a slide. They were showing flashes of brilliance there, trying to back up Mike McDaniel. I don't think, they'll play good for Hafley, but it's not going to be the same. I predict that they win less games, have a terrible season, and who knows, maybe get a good draft pick, see what happens.
Shocked. You're telling me that a bad team is going to have another bad year, Jer. This is right up your alley. But I mean, I do like the fact they went defense over offense. If you look at their division, you got the guy in New England. His name is not Variable. He's a defensive-minded guy. It seems like a lot of the new coaches that are getting success are defensive-minded guys. You got Harbaugh with the Chargers, and I don't know. I think Miami's just tried to do their carnival offense, and it's good for fantasy football. It's good for the fans, but you're not going to win football games like that. So I think they're taking a step in the right direction. I don't know much about him, but good luck. I guess you get to face the Jets twice, so you got that working for you. We'll move on to the Falcons hiring Kevin Stefanski. I think this is a great hire. If he can get Michael Penix turning into, maybe a step up from what he's been. You already have Bijan, and you already have Drake London. Kyle Pitts looks like a decent tight end now, so you got all those draft picks you had last year. I mean, I like it. I mean, what's not to like, right?
The weapons are there, but it's just, again, something about this team. They do great and stumble, and Stefanski, 2 coach of the years and everything, but he didn't seem to figure it out in Cleveland. And I just found the hire very interesting because, let's take this coach. He's been failing for quite some time. Baker kind of made him look good for a little bit. They decided to let him go.
But I mean, what's his name?
I hope he does well.
Deshaun. Deshaun turned into a bum, and then Nick Chubb blows out towards his ACL. I mean, you don't got much to work with, right? Like, you're working with rookie quarterbacks and, just bums, really. And, I mean, he was making chicken salad out of chicken shit for a while, but you can only do it for so long. Talent does prevail, and he's got a lot of talent in Atlanta now. I've been saying for years Atlanta's just had really bad coaching and, going for it on 4th down for no reason, trying to be like this juggernaut offense. I just think they've been going the wrong way for so long. So Stefanski's, fell in their lap. So we'll see what he can do. Let's move on, I guess, to the most high-profile coach, Mr. John Harbaugh, former Ravens head coach, going to the New York Giants in the division of the Eagles. I know a lot of people are hyping him up. I even seeing some Super Bowl futures, but I think the first year he's going to take a lump, and then, he'll build up. But what are you thinking about this hire?
This is the coach's version of being thrown in the deep end of the pool as a child. I don't know why. I know why. Giants, storied franchise, Eli Manning, only got a fucking best Brady, I get it. But, oh, man, this is one of the toughest and just least respectable, just no respect. You can have 10 wins in a row. As soon as you lose that one win, you're garbage. Get out of here. Giants, coach at Giants, but New York fans, period. They are the toughest fans in most leagues. And just to be, thrown into one of the toughest, if Jaden Daniels can get back at one of the toughest divisions in football, let's be honest. I don't know
about that.
No?
Cowboys are meh, and Washington is just a one-year wonder to me, so I don't know.
Daniels can get going, and that Dallas offense can keep rolling, and then you got the Eagles. That's tough. I don't know.
I'm more worried about the Giants, honestly. I'm more worried about the Giants than Cowboys or Washington, because Giants have won in the last 15-odd years, right? I mean, they have really bad owner, John Mara. He's a complete moron. He dabbles a little bit too much, right? But, I mean, you have the receiver in Neighbors. You have the running back in Scatterboo. You have the quarterback. I mean, he's shown his talent. I mean, he's a little inconsistent, but you got all the on paper on offense, and you got 2, I think, top 5 picks on defense. So just need a good coach, kind of like Atlanta. That's the way I see this situation. I mean, you have the chips. Now you have the ingredients. Now go in the kitchen and cook something up. And I think the New York Giants fans have been aching for a winner, right? New York loves a winner. So let's see what Harbaugh can do. I think it's going to be tough the first year, but I think
maybe Harbaugh sat down with ownership too and was just like, listen, I'm not going to do this unless I can do things my own way. And, maybe he kind of just leaned on him a bit and said, hey, like, I'm not, this is not me. If you want this, I'm walking out the door. And then they're like, no.
Yeah.
Then, I kind of see that, as being, bullheaded ownership there. So.
From what I heard, he only answers to the owner. He doesn't answer to the GM. So he's got a lot of say. He'll have a lot of say in the draft. And who knows? They got another high draft pick, right? So see what the Gigantes come up with. Let's move on to one of your favorite offensive OCs, Klint Kubiak, going to one of your least favorite teams, the Las Vegas Raiders. I don't know. I mean, a bit of an interesting, matchup here. You're going to a lowly franchise, but I guess there's some promise there. There's Tom Brady's there. You got a little bit of hope, I guess. But, yeah, I know you're a big fan of Klint Kubiak. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, no, ever since Klint Kubiak just shocked the league there with New Orleans early, and they just piled up those points there a couple of years ago, just been obsessed with them. You are absolutely right. And, I think they can get a little jolt of new coach energy here and, maybe do some, maybe even make the playoffs next year. It's got to be better. It's only up from here. And I'd really like to see it happen. Raiders fans, they've been low down for long enough. Hopefully Fernando can get it going early. And just not lose games for them.
Okay. Yeah, I mean he's gonna have a tough task for sure. Kansas City will probably try to be a little reloaded there. Obviously Denver should have Bo Nix healthy and a really good defense. And I see the Chargers getting better. So good luck, Mr. Kubiak. It's going to be a tough climb. Well, let's go look at the Ravens. They hired Jesse Minter, the Chargers defensive coordinator. I think it's a good hire. I was a little bit surprised at the match, but I mean, you need defense, and you really don't need offense from Baltimore. I mean, you just give Lamar the ball, and pretty much he can do whatever out there. But I mean, their defense has been shit the last couple of years, man. Last year, I kept saying it. This defense is not good. This defense is not good, and they just thought they could just dig themselves out of the hole and win the division. And obviously, Steelers came up big last week, but the pieces are there. I think this Minter guy's just got to hold down the fort like he did for the Chargers. And I mean, could maybe even Baltimore win the Super Bowl? Who knows? I think he's an upgrade because I mean, look what happened in Seattle, right?
No, for sure.
Can't happen,
for sure.
right? It's not as much of a quarterback league that everyone says it is, right? I still think it's a quarterback and coach league. You need both, right? You can't just be like, I got a good quarterback, we're going to win the Super Bowl. It's never worked that way. But, I don't know. Let's see what this guy can do. He's still pretty young. I think he coached at Michigan for Harbaugh as well. So he's got the offense. He's got a lot of expectations. And we'll take a look at Mike McCarthy, the new coach for the Pittsburgh Steelers, former Cowboys, Packers head coach. I got to be honest, I was not in love with this hire, but I guess there's some roots there. He is a native Pittsburgh guy, and Pittsburgh doesn't like to hire coaches very often, so he's got the job for 15 years now? Pretty much, right?
See, I don't know. I can see them bucking the trends here, and if Mike McCarthy just doesn't do, I think this is a player-pleasing hire. They want Aaron Rodgers to come back so bad. I think they went for this McCarthy route, and then him being from Pittsburgh helps with the image of it. But they really want to go again with Rodgers. I don't think they really see any other quarterbacks that they like or think it's going to take them there.
I say go try Kyler Murray, right? Try trading for him. Get like a 4th round pick and give him a shot. Maybe half a season, full season, see what he's got. Because Aaron's like, he has decent games, but come on, man. We see the light at the end of the tunnel. This guy is either done this year or next year, and can't get away from sacks. He's a pocket QB. He's just very, very limited, and I don't know. Steelers will probably still win their 8 or 9 games every year and not do anything in the playoffs, but interesting. We'll finish it up with Robert Saleh going to Tennessee. I think this is a good hire. I'm not love that he went to Tennessee. I would like to see him go to a better talent spot, but I guess, maybe he can start from scratch and put his identity on the team, kind of like Vrabel did. And I think he's going to have a better chance than he did with the Jets. Jerry, what are you thinking about Robert Saleh in Tennessee?
Either Robert Saleh's got this picture in his mind that he's going to be a successful head coach and nothing's going to stand in his way, or he just likes money. I don't think it was very wide. Like, obviously tons more money being the head coach and more notoriety and more this and more that. Yeah. And I get it. But I think he probably could have stayed with San Francisco and been more successful in the short term and then maybe moved on to something. But, the Titans are kind of a train wreck right now. They're good statistically a lot, but then just, young, Cam
You don't have much talent, though.
Well, they could figure it out. Like, their defense, like I said, the other year was like top rated, but they just couldn't win any games. And
2 years ago, yeah.
So
it's not a hard division. It's not like you're facing world beaters in your division, right? Like you're facing Houston, who's decent, but they don't blow out many teams, and the rest of the division is just whatever, right? So, I know it sounds crazy, but I wouldn't be shocked if Tennessee went from worst to first, because it's just like, what do you have to go through in that division? Like, it's just pedestrian. So, only one way to go from Tennessee is up. Just a horrendous start to the year. Turnovers and bad football. No running game. I think just Tennessee has nowhere to go but up. They'll get another high draft pick, and maybe they can trade for some talent. And I like that Iomanora guy, the Canadian receiver they drafted last year. He had a pretty good second half finish, so let's see what Robert Saleh Part 2 can do. I'm hopeful. I don't love that he went to Tennessee, but maybe it's one of those things where he gets a little bit more power and a little bit more say, right? Where if he goes to like maybe a Baltimore or Pittsburgh, where he's kind of muzzled a little bit, right? Because he's a strong personality, right? And I think he's just too good to be a DC, right? He's just he needs to be an OC eventually again, but the Jets, man, that was a shit show. Holy shit. What the Jets are going to do next year. They kept Aaron Glenn. Are you surprised by that? Or
Again, in the interview process, there must have been some kind of dialogue where there's like, listen, like, I know this thing is a fucking train wreck wrapped around a pole and you're giving me the keys to it. Like, how many years are you going to give me to make this thing work, right? I think there's, kind of unset, and then things just go horribly wrong, and then the coach is just absolutely the wrong fit, then they can pull the plug. But they got to give him his chance, So, at least a couple more years, I'd say they'll give him.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. Another team, just like the Raiders and the Browns, cursed, bad luck, bad fortune, bad football, bad drafting. A lot of bad. So let's see if they can turn it around. And we appreciate you guys joining us for today's episode. We'll come up with some more episodes for some off-season action in the NFL.
Draft episodes and everything in between.
Yep, that pretty much wraps it up. Any final words as we sign it off?
There's a lot of offensive linemen out there on the market. Birds, jump, get these guys now. Let's build this thing.
Guys, on the next one.